This is a review of the Guadalupe Low GCEA strings for a baritone ukulele. They are 1 octave lower than if you were using a low G set on a tenor. So here's what they sound like. I'm going to just do a couple of chord progressions so that you can hear what it sounds like with chords. We'll start with a C, A minor, F, G, pretty standard progression. And it just kind of hangs on, like maybe because they're lower strings or because there's a lot more metal on them, because they are wire wrapped, except for this last one. The sustain is fairly long. All right, now I'm going to do the progression from Stand By Me. It's A, F sharp minor, D, and E. There we go. All right, and then lastly I will play another song. I want you to hear what it sounds like with some of the 7 chords. And this is When You're Smiling. If you want to learn the song, you can find it at kathyschords.com. She has the chord chart and the lyrics, obviously. And also Michael Lynch does a tutorial of this one on YouTube. And so this is going to use quite a few of our 7 chords, G major 7, E7, D7, A7, and also uses the A minor 7. That one to me is a little iffy with the very low note. I think because it is the 7th note that is the lowest, it sounds a little funny. It works in the song, so that might be one drawback that I would say there is with these strings, is that some of the 7 chords don't sound as good. But anyway, so this is When You're Smiling. I'll go ahead and sing along so that you can hear what it sounds like with vocals. I'm a soprano, so keep in mind that if you have a lower voice with this lower instrument, it would probably have a kind of a different sound to it. When you're smiling, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. When you're laughing, when you're laughing, the sun comes shining through. But when you're crying, bring on the rain. So stop your sighing, be happy again, keep on smiling, 'cause when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. And there's the sustain again, if you can hear it. It really does hang on for a while.
So I wanted to insert this picture just to visualize what we're looking at with these strings versus the other options. So if you look at the yellow circled notes, those would be the strings of a guitar, right? E, A, D, G, B, E. Then the green circled ones are the current tuning that I'm demonstrating on the baritone, the GCEA. And the red circles are standard ukulele strings, with the G being high, then coming down to C, back up to E, and up to A. So as you can see, this baritone with the low strings sits kind of near the low end of a guitar. And actually a guitar has a couple strings higher than what we have on this particular set. So it does sit in a low range there.
So overall, I would say that my review of these strings is definitely positive. I'm really glad that somebody is producing these. Before I found them, I was actually looking for ways to hack different guitar strings to get me exactly this, to get me a ukulele, a baritone ukulele that played in the same tuning as all my other ones. I definitely see the value in the baritone, you know, the standard tuning with the DGBE, and I think if you're just a ukulele player or a guitar player or just those two, that would be great, and maybe someday I'll learn it that way. But because I was adding ukulele onto a whole smorgasbord of other things that I already do with music, I just didn't want to expend the brain power, I guess. To think of this as a guitar with two less strings wasn't working for me, and I wanted my ukulele just to be a ukulele like all the rest of them and to be able to play the same chord shapes when I pick up this one. So it's been exactly what I was looking for. I will say that when you play this instrument with the lower strings in a group, that we have found that it gets lost. We tried it in our church group, which consists of a couple of keyboards, a bass, an electric guitar, and drums. And I think just the range of this instrument was getting completely lost in with all of those other things, where when we play a standard tuning ukulele or one in low G tenor, that has a higher range, and it was pulling through with and just being able to be heard a lot more than this low one. So it might not be ideal in a group setting unless you really turn up the volume, but even then it just kind of seemed to get lost. But I think as an individual, as a small group, if you're playing around a campfire or something and you just want kind of that lower sound, I think it's really good for that. So